We guessed that, didn't we? Mask. Yeah. Yeah, I'm Hal, thanks very much. My girlfriend and I recently tied the knot.
Yay!
Let me tell you, DIY vasectomies are not for the faint-hearted. No, we did really get married, and this is absolutely true. At the ceremony, the registrar asked me to please put the ring on Rubina's finger. Now, Rubina, I should stress, is not the name of my wife, that's Maria. Rubina is the name of our chief bridesmaid. It gets worse. Who also happens to be my little sister. So obviously, not wanting to correct the registrar, my sister and I decided to live out the rest of our days in Norfolk. Sorry, that mistake's quite common. We've met some lovely people. Lovely people. Get a good handshake there as well. They've got 8 fingers. But yeah, no, apart from a few little mistakes, you know, the whole day went swimmingly. It was wonderful, you know. But you know, that same registrar afterwards, who does a wide variety of weddings, asked me if I thought gays and lesbians should be allowed to get married. I told her they probably won't want to. She looked perturbed, but bless her, registrar, bless her, carried on. Asked me my thoughts on gay adoption. I suppose even gay children need a home. But you know, it was a perfect day. It was a perfect day, wasn't it? You know? And my wife, she said to me, no one can ever measure up against my mum. Well, she is fucking massive, isn't she? Probably why.
Ouch.
For the stag do, went to the dogs. I mean, we don't call her that anymore. What was it? 1 clap? Is that worse than 3? Before the ceremony, I've been growing my own hemp for weeks and weeks. I went on a honeymoon, had a fire. It's all gone to pot. But you've got to know your partner, haven't you? You've really got to know your partner. A mate of mine told me he was watching a porno when his wife walked in. Apparently it was quite a scene. But she told him she needed the money. But you see, I know my wife better than that. Don't I, darling? I know my wife better than that. She'd never do that. She's a good girl. Does a lot of work for charity. Last year's charity was with the aim of getting chairs for the homeless. Perhaps in hindsight, the name Bums on Seats was a mistake. You live and learn, don't you? You know, because there's discrimination everywhere. Even for me, even in my own home. I can't even use my wife's bathroom plug socket. Shavers only. My wife says, "Are you ready? Can I carry on?" My wife says I view women in the bad light, but it's too risky with the curtains open. What's so much?
So much that way.
Tried to take a shower the other day. Made it all the way to the car park before home-based security stopped me. I don't know about you. I know about you. I don't know about you. I pee in the shower. My wife hates it. You're always saying things like, "Oh, it's so disgusting. You'll only have to clean it. Why can't you wait till I get out? Stop filming this. Why are your friends coming in? Don't put this on PTube." Not an actual website. Not an actual. We found that out yesterday. I'm rather disappointed. Not an actual website. But you know, I get in trouble with the wife a lot. Yesterday, we're having sex, and she farted at the same time as I ejaculated.
Oh my god!
I always come up trump. Here's a question for you. What's worse than being anally raped by 10 giant men who take turns? Being anally raped by 10 giant men who don't. That's actually a good point. You'll do well to remember that. But some people do talk some shit, don't they? So, yes. What a fantastic example. Some people do talk some shit. Anyone who says no man is an island hasn't met James Corden. Even people I know talk shit. My hairdresser told me I could have my hair done while watching the football. Turned out it was just highlights. And people say, leave Jeremy Kyle alone. He's an easy target. Yet nobody's ever shot him. Failed an eye test last week. There were no questions on the cornea or the iris. It was a complete waste of time. But my eyesight is getting worse and worse. I'm getting as bad as my granddad. Bless him. My granddad never changed. Probably why he stank of piss so badly. Nurses were still turning him on at 87, albeit with a life support machine. I found out recently my grandfather was a chronic gambler. Apparently, as a direct family relative, there's a 1 in 5 chance I could suffer a similar fate. I like those odds. My wife thinks I'm still obsessed with my old babysitter. I'm not now and I never was. But she was a nice lady who did smell a little bit like purple Calpol. And I fucking love purple Calpol. I faked every ailment that purple Calpol cures in the space of a week so that I could miss school and drink that shit by the gallon. Fevers, colds, earaches, coughs with no symptoms. Mumps, phantom pregnancy and teenage teething. My mum got a little confused on those last few as well. Actually, I was brought up by my mum and my dad in Scotland. And because of that, I like to keep a little eye on what's going on in the news. And did you know, you're more likely to be killed on Scottish roads than anywhere else in the UK? Like we need another reason not to go there. I also read 4,000 letters go missing every year. This can't go on. It's simply got to be addressed. Also, while I lived in Scotland, I bought a rare prize-winning African parrot. Even though I was warned it wouldn't appreciate. I'll be honest, they were right. I fed it, cleaned up its shit, never thanked me. Yeah, but probably because I'm from Scotland, people say to me, is Andy Murray Scottish or British? Neither. He's a cunt. Thank you very much.